Well, James and family, hello again. This is Jamie Reese with Windermere. I am now at 7712 60th Drive, Northeast in Marysville. It took me about a half an hour just to get, well, maybe a little bit more than that, half an hour to get from the last home in Lake Goodwin over to this home in Marysville. This home is listing number 459521. You can see it's located on 60th Drive, Northeast here in Marysville. This is pretty much central Marysville. This particular road is a little bit of a thoroughfare, not a thoroughfare, an arterial. Reasonably well traveled. I think it's got a little bit more traffic on it right now because school just let out. There's an elementary school, I believe, just down to the north side of the street here, which is where I'm pointing right at the moment. So this is the exterior of the house. It's a Rambler. Looks like it has a reasonably new roof. It's clad in brick. That looks like it's in reasonably decent condition. Though your inspector will want to identify that a little bit more closely. Here would be the walk up to the front door. We won't quite go in yet. We'll walk around the lot just a little bit before we head in. You can see you've got a little bit of a tile walkway here up to a front door. A decent sized lot on this one, not nearly as large as the last one, but this is 0.36 of an acre, so 15,000 square feet. And you can see you've got a side yard over here. And again, the exterior of the home looks to be in pretty good condition. You can see that they've got some vinyl windows right here. It appears that right now, at least this portion of the home doesn't have, isn't fully fenced, but would be fairly easy to finish off the fencing. Right now I'm pointed west, or excuse me, east. Front door of this home faces east. Right now I've turned and I'm headed south. You can see here a pretty large window there. It looks to be double paned, and we'll check that out when we're inside again. A very large driveway here. You can see that there's plenty of space for parking. There's my car right there, and a large carport. Now, the one thing that this home does not have is a garage. But you do look to have space for parking, and it also looks like in the garage or in the carport here there is some storage space, and we can look into that in just a minute. Okay, so we'll go ahead, well, let's go ahead and just take a look in the backyard here real quick. We'll do a full look in just a moment, but full look into the backyard. There's a very funky little shed there that I'm sure young kids will love. Some trees in the back there, but very, very flat, very, very nice little yard here. Now this community is substantially closer to the naval station than the last community, so just keep that in mind. Your commute is probably a third of what it would be if you had to go up to Lake Goodwin. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the key here, and I left the door just slightly ajar. Now the back entry to the home here, which would be your everyday entry, is a little bit on the odd side. So we get in here, and off to our right is the main house. Directly in front of us is a door into the backyard. We'll take that in just a few minutes. You can see here that at least in this part of the home, the window that we're looking through here is single paned, but we're kind of in an uninsulated part of the home. This looks like kind of a breezeway in between the mother-in-law unit and the main part of the home. So we enter the main part of the home here through the kitchen. You can see an older linoleum floor there, though in good condition. And the countertops here are kind of a basic laminate. Actually, for the age, this is a nicely designed kitchen, pretty well and open. Older cabinets, right? But you can tell, so they're older wood cabinets, but they've been probably not painted recently, but painted and kept in pretty good condition. It appears we'll look for the electrical panel, but it looks like, despite this home being built in 1945, that they might have updated the electrical. Electric stove. And then as we spin through the kitchen here, we can see that you've got a little eating nook there with table, and they have a chalkboard paint on the wall there. All right, so we'll walk through, and as we walk out of the kitchen, we walk into a living room that has hardwood floors. These hardwood floors look to be original for the home, and it doesn't look like they've been refinished recently. They're in decent condition, but not wonderful condition. They probably could stand to be refinished at some point. And then you can see that there's little benches in front of the windows. The windows have real wood surrounding them, and you can see actually this particular window right here is single paned, despite the fact of having a little channel right there. That's a single paned window. You have an old hearth style fireplace. So this is a wood burning fireplace right there. And again, this particular window is also single paned. But the large window in front here is double. Right, so that one's been replaced at some point. But you can look through, this is quite a nicely sized living room. Now, of course, the way that this would, if you like to have a formal dining area, where they've got a dining table right here would likely be your dining area. You can see that if you look up towards the ceiling, there's some track lighting there that's probably wired up for doing just that, about having some sort of lighting over the dining table. You can see here that we've got forced air heat. We'll probably find the source of the heat down in the basement when we go there. Now, important thing to know kind of about Washington homes, you don't find a whole lot of them with basements. It's a little bit unusual. Additionally, you can see some older light switches here. This is the front door that we had seen when I was out earlier. All right. And you've got, in the front door here, front entry, you've got a little coat closet. Well, it's not necessarily a coat closet anymore. So this door goes right to the main hallway of the house. That's an interesting little twist. And you can see here as well some older light switches as well. All right, so we'll walk back through the living room here. And you can see down, let's see if I can get in there. So you can see that some of the electrical doesn't look like it has been updated. So you don't have necessarily the grounded outlets there. So we'll want to take a good look at that electrical box. And you can see again, over, if I can get through the plant there. Yep, there's another one. Well, that hasn't been updated. Okay, and then light switches again. Important thing to know about this home, this does not smell like smoke. It actually smells very clean and well cared for. Linoleum floor in the main bath here. Shower curtain with an old tub. Tub looks kind of dirty, looks like it needs to be polished up and or cleaned, perhaps even refinished. And you've got older looking tile. Probably not as old as the home itself, but probably looking from the age of it, done sometime in the 70s or 80s. Certainly wouldn't have expected it to be done here recently. In this part of the home, you can see that you have newer, I should say, vinyl windows. Toilet, very basic, almost kind of like commercial style sink, and some storage behind the door. Again, the hallway here, because of the lights, I think, is fairly dark. I think that could be remedied pretty quickly by changing out these light fixtures. Again, you've got some beautiful hardwood floors here. Again, older. It looks like, actually at this point, it sort of looks like if you were here, you can see that there's enough texture to the finish that it looks like somebody, an amateur, tried to refinish these. Didn't sand them down all the way, just put a new, kind of cleaned them up and put a new coat of finish on them. So this officially would be a bedroom, though the closet is a little on the interesting side. Here you've got a little storage closet. You can see it's a decent amount of space, but you can tell it's just basically a cabinet built in to the room. Again, new windows in this room as well, and a decent size. You could probably fit a full-size bed would fit in here. A queen would also fit, though it would be tight. And again, I'm pointing out that at least in this part of the home, some more original electric outlets. Down the hallway to another bedroom here. This one appears to be larger size. Got some built-in cabinets along the wall. Apologize, let's see if we can get some light here. That helped. So some cabinets along the wall here. And then you've got a fairly large closet space. I'm always impressed by young children who keep their homes so nice and clean when the homes are on the market. Again, this whole entire home appears to have hardwood floors. And again, we come to basically the master. So it could be kind of a walk through here. And this is one, thus far, many of the windows have been replaced. It appears that this window, this one window in the master also has been replaced. So it's double paned. And then you've got a double paned vinyl opening window over here. And once again, some pretty sizable closets. Overall, though, not walk-in closets. Now this entire hallway here has more storage. So you can see down the hallway all the storage that's present. So definitely one kind of weakness in this home is you've got a single bath. That's all you got. We've got a linen closet here. You can see they're already starting to grab boxes to pack. Looks like the bath fan in the bathroom here has been replaced at some point as well. All right, so we're going to walk back into the kitchen and let's see about walking over to the accessory dwelling. Now, one thing to know if you want to buy this home, apparently the occupant of the mother-in-law here would like to stay through June, or at least through a good portion of June. Now, given your circumstances, we might actually be able to accommodate that, and that might be a thing that's working in your favor. So utility room, looks like the utility room is shared between the mother-in-law and the main house. Let's see if we can get the lights on in here. We can tell that we've got an older fan that's working there, and then you've also got a little bit of a heater there, it appears. Now this is a smaller bathroom, definitely cozy. And in here you've got a shower. Okay, so this is a nice 3/4 bath. Looks like there was some sort of repair at some point with the light, just trying to get it all sealed up. There's your fan, there's the heater and the thermostat for the heater. Toilet, and again, kind of that commercial style sink that you find in a lot of schools and such. Laundry facility here. They like their chalkboard paint. And it looks like this is some sort of heat register as well for this portion of the home. And then once again, kind of the older style light switches and thermostat. And then we have the apartment here. So this is the bedroom. It feels like it's a studio style apartment. Once again, pretty decent size closets there, right? Again, not walk-in, but workable. So as we spin around here, see you've got a bedroom. Keep walking over. Nice little kitchen. Now you've got the refrigerator in the kitchen, a little desk area, a nice skylight. It's actually sunny out today, which is definitely appreciated. A microwave, but there's no other cooking facility in this portion of the home other than the microwave. And then like a little pantry style closet. And then older style, you can see here kind of the older style cabinets with hinges, with the little hinges that stick out. And then the walls aren't sheetrock, at least in this portion. They're cladded in wood. And then you've got quite nice windows here, quite large windows. You can see that they've got a TV right there. Some newer electrical. Now this right here looks like this was done quite some time ago, because you've got a very large single pane window here. Everything's here is single pane, and you can also see that the windows there will open up. Now this area probably isn't the most energy efficient at all, and it probably stays fairly cool in the winter, especially on some of our colder winter days. Again, another heat register right over here, but at least in this room, you've got some newer windows. Alright, so I'm going to walk back out through the laundry room. And essentially we've gotten through the main part of the house, so we're going to walk through the laundry room, come back out into kind of the main hallway here, and then exit and go. Let's take you downstairs if we can. So you got a nice little covered porch patio area out here. It's interesting when you look at the electrical meters here. It looks like at one point this was set up where you could actually have 3 different meterings for the home. Though right now it appears that you only have one meter. So you've got some conduit right here, some electrical conduit running down. Well, no, this is a water hose that's running down into, not sure if I'm doing a good job of capturing that. Yeah, so there you go. So a water hose running down into the basement here, and I'm not quite sure why that is. Fortunately, I don't have a good flashlight with me today, but we'll see if we can get into... Hopefully there's some light down here. And there is. Alright. So you've got a basement. Looks like you've got electric water heater. Some sort of old stove here. Or old heat generating device like a boiler. An older electrical panel, not incredibly old, but looks like it needs to be renovated somewhat. Looks like this is a newer D-Link but not new electrical panel there. Relatively sorted out wiring. Not sure what I can tell you about the plumbing here. Certainly would want to have an inspector give you more of an idea of that, as well as the wiring. But let's see if we can get a good look at, you can get an old abandoned chimney here. And then, let's see what we can find in terms of, it's going to be hard to take a look at the furnace, but it appears that we've got an electric furnace here. I'm not sure. It says heat pump on the exterior here, so, and I don't see any gas lines or anything like that coming along. So I'm starting to run low on battery on this camera, so I'm going to try to expedite things along, but I'm pretty confident that this is an electric furnace. And then not a whole lot of other usable basement area. Got a lot of sand down here.